What if your entire reality is just a projection of what you believe to be true? Not your dreams. Not your wishes. Just your beliefs. If that's true, then your life right now is not a reflection of what you want. It's a mirror of what you expect. This is not just philosophy. This is physics, psychology, biology. And in this series, we're going to uncover the hidden mechanics behind why belief shapes the universe itself and why 99% of people use this power against themselves, without even realizing it. If you're tired of manifesting by luck and want to start manifesting by law, subscribe now. You'll never see life the same again. Section 1. What is belief, really? Most people think belief is something soft. A feeling. An opinion. A hopeful thought. But belief is the code your mind runs on. It's the operating system of your reality. Belief isn't what you say you think. Belief is what you act on without question. It's the mental software that tells you what's possible, what's probable, and what's completely out of reach. And here's the kicker: your brain filters out anything that contradicts your core beliefs. That means you literally can't see what you don't believe is possible. Example 1: the invisible gorilla experiment. In a famous psychology experiment, people were told to count basketball passes. During the video, a person in a full gorilla suit walks across the screen. 50% of viewers never noticed the gorilla. Why? Because their belief filtered it out. Their mind wasn't looking for a gorilla, it was looking for passes. Reality didn't change. Their perception did. Your belief system works the same way, every second of every day. Example 2: money beliefs. If you believe money is hard to get, your mind will ignore easy opportunities. It'll sabotage simple paths. It'll reinterpret neutral situations as dangerous. Even if $1 million idea is right in front of you. If your belief doesn't support it, it might as well be invisible. Example 3: health placebo. In placebo studies, people who believe they're receiving healing treatment often experience real improvements even if it's a sugar pill. Because belief changes biology. It releases chemicals. It shifts the nervous system. It upgrades the body's immune function, all without any external change. Section 2: the filter of the mind. The subconscious mind runs 95% of your daily life. And it doesn't care what you consciously want. It only follows the blueprint of your deepest assumptions. So if you say, "I want to be successful," but you believe "I don't deserve it," guess what the subconscious will create? Not what you desire. What you expect. Section 3: belief changes the universe itself. Now, let's go deeper. Quantum physics has a strange rule: the observer affects the observed. This isn't theory, it's tested. What you observe, how you observe, and what you believe you're observing literally shifts the behavior of particles. So when spiritual teachers say your belief creates your reality, they're not just being poetic. They're talking about a principle baked into the fabric of the universe. Bridge to part 2. If belief can alter perception. If it can change biology. If it can shape matter at a quantum level. Then what exactly is belief? In part 2, we're going deeper into the science. You'll learn how your brain rewires based on belief, and how your frequency of thought magnetizes specific outcomes into your field scientifically. Don't miss it. Subscribe now. And remember, you're not manifesting what you want. You're manifesting what you believe is inevitable. Part 2, the science behind belief, what quantum physics is trying to tell you. What if science has already proven that reality changes when you expect it to? This isn't woo-woo. It's physics. And it might explain why what you believe, not just what you do, is quietly designing your life. In the last episode, we exposed belief as the filter of your reality. But today, we're going deeper. You're about to see how modern physics, neuroscience, and ancient teachings are all pointing to the same hidden law. Belief isn't just powerful. It's the architect of your universe. Section 1, the double-slit experiment. Reality doesn't exist until it's observed. In quantum mechanics, there's an experiment that blew the minds of physicists, and it still does today. It's called the double-slit experiment. Here's how it works. Scientists fire tiny particles, electrons, through two slits. If no one is watching, the particles act like waves. They go through both slits at once and create an interference pattern, like ripples in water. But the moment someone observes the experiment, the particles behave differently. They act like solid objects. They choose a single path. It's as if the act of being watched collapses infinite possibilities into a single outcome. Let that sink in. The only thing that changed was observation. Which means your expectation of reality can literally alter what materializes. Takeaway: reality doesn't just exist out there. It responds to your consciousness, your focus, your belief. Section 2, the reticular activating system, your brain's reality filter. Let's bring it back to your brain. Ever heard of the reticular activating system, or RAS? It's a network in your brainstem that acts like a filter. Its job? To take the billions of bits of sensory data around you and only let through what you believe is important. Not what's true, what's important to you. If you buy a red car, you start seeing red cars everywhere. If you think you're unlucky, you notice everything that proves it. Your RAS is always looking for proof of your beliefs, and it's really good at finding it. So if you believe you're not good enough, your brain literally edits reality to show you that. Not because it's true, but because it's your mental program. Section 3, the nocebo effect. Belief can harm, too. We all know about the placebo effect, fake pills that produce real healing because the patient believes it'll work. But there's a darker side, the nocebo effect. It's when someone believes something will harm them, and it does. In studies, patients told a harmless pill would cause nausea actually vomited. Others developed real pain, symptoms, even changes in blood pressure. Why? Because belief isn't passive. It triggers brain chemistry, hormonal responses, and physical changes in the body. So when someone says, "It's just a thought," remember. A thought plus belief equals a command to the body and mind. Section 4, entanglement. Everything is connected. There's another bizarre quantum fact: entangled particles affect each other instantly, no matter how far apart they are. One particle can be on Earth. The other could be on the moon. Touch one, the other reacts instantly. This tells us something profound. Space and time are not barriers to connection. And neither is belief. When you truly believe in a reality, in a future version of yourself, a healed version of your body, a wealthy version of your life, that belief can entangle with outcomes beyond your current reach and start pulling them in. So far, we've seen how belief shapes perception, biology, and quantum events. But if that's true, why do we still attract the things we don't want? In Part 3, we expose the frequency trap. Why you might be manifesting backwards and how your emotional baseline might be sending out the wrong signal. Once you understand this, you'll stop repeating old patterns and start consciously directing your life. Subscribe now and let's keep going deeper. Because belief isn't just something you have. It's something you tune into. Part 3, the frequency trap. Why you're attracting what you don't want. What if you're not manifesting what you want, but what you are? Not your goals. Not your vision board. But the invisible frequency you live on every single day. You can't fake energy. You can't outthink a signal. And no matter how many affirmations you speak, if your emotional frequency is out of tune, you'll keep attracting versions of life that match your vibration, not your intentions. In this part, we're exposing the frequency trap and why mastering your emotional baseline is the key to unlocking manifestation. Section 1, the universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to frequency. You say, "I want abundance." But internally, you feel anxious, fearful, unworthy. Guess what gets broadcast? Not the words, the state behind the words. Manifestation isn't about asking. It's about matching. Everything in the universe is vibrating at a frequency. Thoughts have frequencies. Emotions do, too. You are constantly emitting a vibrational signal, and that signal is either aligned with what you want or what you're afraid of. Example. Imagine a radio. You're tuned to 88.5 FM, but the music you want is on 103.3. It doesn't matter how badly you want 103.3 unless you tune the dial, you're stuck hearing whatever's on 88.5. That's how reality works. Your beliefs and emotions set the dial. Section 2, Emotional Addiction, Why Your Brain Clings to Low Vibes. There's a reason people keep reliving the same emotional cycles. Anger, fear, shame, doubt. Not because they want to, but because they're biologically addicted to the chemicals those emotions release. Every emotion triggers a biochemical cocktail. And over time, the body begins to crave those chemicals. You literally become addicted to being yourself even if yourself is stressed, anxious, or broke. So when you try to shift your frequency, you're not just changing thoughts. You're battling your own chemistry. Neuroscience tip. The body becomes so used to a certain emotional signature that it starts anticipating it. Even when nothing bad is happening, the body might trigger fear just to feel normal. That's the frequency trap. Section 3, Emotional Frequency Chart, What You're Really Transmitting. Here's a simplified emotional frequency scale, based on work from Dr. David Hawkins. Emotion frequency, Hertz, manifestation impact. Shame 20 blocks everything. Guilt 30 attracts punishment. Fear 100 attracts more fear. Anger 150 triggers resistance. Neutrality 250 allows flow. Willingness 310 opens doors. Love 500 attracts abundance. Joy/gratitude 540 plus quantum manifestation. Most people live around fear, guilt, or frustration, and they wonder why their desires stay stuck. But when you start living at the level of gratitude, peace, and love, manifestation stops being a struggle. It becomes a response. Power practice. Every morning, before checking your phone, ask, what frequency am I on today? Then shift into gratitude even for something small. That one move begins to rewire your entire day. Section 4, The Alignment Equation, Thought plus Emotion equals Signal. You can't just think it. You have to feel it. The real equation of manifestation is belief, thought, times emotion, feeling, equals frequency, signal. You can say, I am wealthy 100 times. But if it makes you feel anxious or fake every time, you're reinforcing lack. True manifestation begins when thought and emotion align, when you believe it and feel safe in it. That's when the universe responds. Bridge to part 4. So if frequency is the signal, and belief is the blueprint, what determines who you become? In part 4, we uncover the principle of identity alchemy. Why wanting something often pushes it away. And how becoming the version of you who already has it is the real secret to manifestation. Subscribe now. And remember, your vibe doesn't lie. It creates. Part 4, Identity Alchemy, Why Becoming is More Powerful Than Wanting. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. The universe doesn't reward effort, it reflects identity. So if your outer world keeps repeating, maybe your inner identity hasn't changed. In the last part, we explored frequency, the emotional signal that shapes your reality. Now, we go to the root of that frequency, your identity. Because until you change who you believe yourself to be, every manifestation technique will be temporary. Real transformation begins at the identity level. This is identity alchemy, and it's how you become a living magnet for the life you want. Section 1, The Identity Trap, Why Wanting Can Keep You Stuck. Here's the paradox. Wanting something implies you don't have it. And every time you affirm your desire, you reinforce its absence. You say, I want to be wealthy. But your subconscious hears, I'm not that yet. You say, I want love. But your energy says, I am alone. Manifestation doesn't respond to desire. It responds to embodied identity. And the question isn't, what do I want? It's, who would I be if this were already true? That shift changes everything. Section 2, The Role of Self-Image, Your Identity Ceiling. Psychologist Maxwell Maltz discovered something fascinating in the 1960s. People don't live up to their potential, they live up to their self-image. No matter what goals they set, they always return to what they believe is normal for them. Example: lottery winners often go broke within years. Not because they're irresponsible, but because their self-image never adjusted. Their subconscious couldn't sustain wealthy, so it unconsciously brought them back to broke. The same thing happens in relationships, careers, health. Unless you elevate your identity, results revert. Section 3, Acting as if, but doing it right. You've probably heard the phrase, act as if. But here's the mistake most people make. They act from desperation, not embodiment. They force a fake confidence, a fake energy, a fake life. That's not manifestation. That's self-rejection. Real identity work isn't about pretending. It's about becoming. Exercise, identity embodiment. Ask yourself, what habits would the future me have already automated? How would they walk into a room? What would they tolerate? What would they let go of instantly? Then, begin living as if your nervous system already agrees. Not to get something, but because this is who you are now. Section 4, The Belief to Being Shift. Most people try to do their way into new results. But the real path is, shift your belief. Shift your state. Shift your identity. Let your new reality reflect it. You don't lose 50 pounds by trying harder. You become someone who doesn't see comfort eating as an option. You don't manifest success by hustling. You become someone who expects success and acts accordingly. Once your identity changes, the actions follow automatically. Bridge to Part 5. So, if identity is the engine of manifestation, what's the fuel? In Part 5, we unlock the most powerful amplifier of belief: emotion. You'll learn how to use feelings to imprint the subconscious, energize the quantum field, and accelerate your manifestations like never before. Subscribe now, because next, we're going to light the signal. Part 5, The Role of Emotion, Fueling the Signal to the Universe. Your thoughts are the blueprint. Your identity is the architect. But without emotion, none of it builds. Because emotion is what tells the universe, this is real. We've uncovered how belief shapes perception, how frequency tunes your reality, and how identity silently runs the show. But this part? This is where it gets electric. Because emotion isn't just a feeling, it's an energetic force. It's the signal booster for everything you think, believe, and become. Section 1, Emotion is Energy in Motion. Let's break the word down: emotion, energy in motion. Emotions don't just sit in the body. They move through you. They ripple out from you. And they carry powerful vibrational frequencies. A single elevated emotion like gratitude, love, awe can amplify your manifestation signal exponentially. Remember, thought sends the signal. Emotion attracts the response. Section 2, The Heart-Brain Connection, Manifesting from Coherence. Most people try to manifest from their head, logic, repetition, force. But the real power center is the heart. The HeartMath Institute found something incredible. The heart has its own nervous system. It communicates with the brain, and it can influence your thoughts, hormones, and even your immune system. When your brain and heart are in coherence, when your thoughts and emotions are aligned, your body enters a powerful electromagnetic state. That's when manifestation accelerates. Practical tool to enter heart-brain coherence. Slow your breath. Bring to mind a moment of deep gratitude or love. Feel it fully in your chest. Hold that state for at least 60 to 90 seconds. This creates a magnetic field that influences both body and environment. Section 3. Negative emotions, blocks or signals. Don't get it twisted, negative emotions aren't evil. They're messengers. They're letting you know what you're currently aligned with. Fear? You're tuned to survival. Shame? You're misaligned with your worth. Anxiety? You're living in a future you don't want. Your job isn't to suppress these emotions. Your job is to transmute them. Example. Instead of saying, "I'm so anxious I'll fail," say, "I'm feeling energy and I can rechannel it into focus." Now the emotion becomes fuel, not a block. Section 4. Emotional rehearsal, practice feeling the future. This is where science meets manifestation. The brain doesn't know the difference between a real event and a vividly imagined one if the emotion is strong enough. So when you emotionally rehearse a future, not just visualize it, but feel it with intensity, your subconscious begins to accept it as fact. Your body starts releasing chemicals as if it already happened. Your nervous system starts building pathways to support it. Your energy field starts matching that reality. Visualization upgrade. Don't just see the dream life. Feel the joy. Feel the safety. Feel the confidence. Anchor the emotion first, the image becomes real from there. Bridge to part 6. So if emotion is the fuel that powers the belief engine, what's writing the blueprint? In part 6, we dive into the subconscious mind, the silent architect behind 95% of your reality. You'll learn how old beliefs get programmed, and how to rewrite them with surgical precision. Subscribe now, because your past doesn't get to decide your future. Unless you let it. Part 6, Subconscious Programming, Rewiring the Hidden Code that Shapes Reality. You don't manifest from what you say. You manifest from what you were programmed to believe before you even knew you were manifesting. This part? It's not just spiritual. It's psychological warfare with your own past. By now, you understand how belief, emotion, and identity shape your experience. But what if the core of your reality isn't being chosen by you, but by a hidden script, written in childhood, running 24/7, unchecked? Today, we step behind the curtain of the conscious mind to expose the subconscious programs that are shaping 95% of your life, your relationships, your income, your self-worth, even your luck. Section 1, The Subconscious Mind, the Silent Architect. Your subconscious is a habit machine. It runs your heartbeat, your breathing. But it also runs your patterns. And it doesn't respond to logic, it responds to emotion, repetition, and identity. Here's the kicker. Most of your subconscious programming was installed before the age of 7. At that stage, your brain is mostly in theta waves, a hypnotic state. You were absorbing everything around you as truth, whether it was helpful or harmful. Money is hard to make. You have to suffer to succeed. I'm not enough. Love is painful. These aren't just ideas. They became your default code. Section 2, The Confirmation Loop, Why You Keep Seeing What You Expect. The subconscious doesn't just hold beliefs. It works with your reticular activating system, RAS, to filter reality. You'll literally only notice the people, situations, and opportunities that match your inner script. If your subconscious says you're not safe, you will ignore everything that suggests you are. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as your subconscious lets you. Section 3, Reprogramming, How to Rewrite the Script. The good news? Your brain is neuroplastic, it can change. But not by willpower alone. To shift your subconscious programming, you need 3 ingredients. 1. Emotionally charged repetition. Dry affirmations don't work. You must link strong feeling with the new belief. E.g., instead of repeating "I am confident," visualize a moment where you were, feel it deeply, then say the affirmation. 2. Theta state access. The subconscious is most impressionable when brainwaves slow down. That means just before sleep, just after waking, or during deep meditation. Use these windows to feed in new beliefs. 3. Imagery plus identity alignment. Words alone don't change the mind. You must see yourself acting, speaking, living as the new version of you. The subconscious responds to symbols and identity cues, not logic. Section 4. Letting go of old programs. Before you can install the new, you must unhook from the old. Ask yourself, whose voice is this belief in? When did I first decide this was true? What payoff have I been getting from keeping it? Yes. Even your limiting beliefs give you something: certainty, safety, predictability. But the moment you question the payoff, you begin the rewrite. Micro-shift practice. Every time a disempowering belief arises, say, that's the old program. The new me believes ____ dot. Catch it. Replace it. Reinforce it. Bridge to part 7. So if the subconscious is the code, what's the operating system? In part 7, we explore time collapsing, how to bend your perception of time, accelerate results, and step into quantum speed. Because your dream life doesn't have to take 10 years. It just takes the right shift in how you perceive time. Subscribe now, because the future isn't waiting. It's already here. And it's listening. Part 7, Time Collapsing, how to manifest in quantum speed. What if the life you want isn't 10 years away? What if it's already here, just waiting for you to shift into it? Because time doesn't create reality. Alignment does. We've been taught to think of time as linear. Step 1, Step 2, wait, struggle, maybe win. But reality doesn't unfold in straight lines. It unfolds in states of consciousness. In this part, we're going beyond hustle, effort, and waiting, to explore how time can bend, collapse, and obey your alignment. This is the principle of quantum manifestation. Section 1, Linear time versus quantum time. Linear time says, it'll happen eventually. I need to earn it. Maybe next year. But the quantum model says, every possible reality already exists. You're not moving toward the future, you're tuning into it. Time isn't the cause of manifestation. Time is the effect of alignment. Think of time like a radio dial again. Every version of your life already exists. And what you call time is just how long it takes you to shift frequencies. Section 2, The Illusion of Someday. Here's the trap. When you say, one day I'll have it, you place your desire outside your current identity. You tell the universe, this version of me doesn't have it yet. It's somewhere else. Sometime else. And so the universe agrees and keeps it distant. Manifestation begins the moment you collapse the gap between who you are now and who you would be if it were already real. Section 3, Accessing quantum speed. To collapse time, you need 3 shifts. 1. Identity alignment now. Don't wait to feel like the version of you who has it. Become that person first. Speak like them. Make decisions like them. Embody their energy. Reality conforms to certainty, not delay. 2. Energetic certainty. Wanting is slow. Doubt is slower. But knowing, vibrational certainty, speeds everything up. Ask, if I knew it was coming in 48 hours, how would I feel right now? That emotion? That's the quantum signal. 3. Let go of time pressure. Ironically, when you stop obsessing over when, you align with now. And the now is where the shift happens. Spiritual paradox. The fastest way to manifest is to no longer need the thing to feel complete. Section 4, Real-life quantum collapses. Example 1. A client visualized receiving a job offer every day, not in the future, but as if it just happened. He didn't just picture it, he celebrated it, anchored in the joy. A 6-month goal landed in 2 weeks. Example 2. An artist let go of her need to get famous. Instead, she tuned her frequency to serving from overflow. Within a month, a viral video changed her life. Why? Because they stopped waiting. They became. Bridge to Part 8. So if time bends to identity, emotion, and belief, what happens when you ask the universe directly? In Part 8, we break down the secret art of asking and receiving, why most people pray, affirm, and visualize, and still don't get what they want. Subscribe now, because next, we'll uncover the one shift that turns requests into results. Part 8. Asking and receiving, why the universe doesn't respond to begging. If asking were enough, everyone would have what they want. But the truth is, the universe doesn't respond to words. It responds to frequency. And if you ask from lack, you'll manifest more lack. You've learned how identity shapes your world, how emotion powers the signal, and how time bends to alignment. Now comes the moment of truth. How do you actually ask for what you want and receive it? In this part, we expose the hidden laws behind prayer, intention, and energetic requests. And why receiving is a skill most people never master. Section 1. Most people ask from a low frequency. The reason most affirmations fail? They're made from lack. You say, "Please bring me money." But your signal says, "I don't have it." You say, "I want love." But your energy says, "I'm alone." The universe doesn't read your words, it reads your vibration. So when you ask from desperation, you magnetize more situations that reflect your disempowered state. Section 2. The Law of Assumption. Ask as if it's already done. Neville Goddard said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." That's the secret. You don't ask from the position of wanting. You ask from the position of already having. You don't say, "Can I have this?" You declare, "Thank you for this." You don't ask for a partner like you're begging the sky. You feel the safety, joy, and love now, before anyone arrives. This isn't delusion. It's frequency tuning. Section 3. Receiving is a nervous system skill. Here's something few people talk about. Most people aren't blocked at the asking stage. They're blocked at the receiving stage. Your nervous system is wired for familiarity. If you've never felt truly wealthy, loved, seen, and receiving, it can feel unsafe to your subconscious. So you block it. You delay it. You sabotage it. To receive bigger things, you must expand your capacity to hold good things. And that means healing your upper limits. Practice. Sit with the feeling of already having what you want. Notice what resistance comes up. Breathe through it without running. This is how you stretch into your next reality. Section 4. The Energetics of Gratitude and Surrender. The final piece of asking isn't control, it's gratitude and surrender. Once you've asked with alignment, give thanks as if it's already on the way. Let go of the need to chase it. Stay open to receiving in unexpected forms. Asking from power sounds like, "I trust." "I know." "I'm ready." Receiving sounds like, "Thank you." "I allow." "I receive." Bridge to Part 9. So now you've learned to ask the universe with alignment. But what happens when nothing shows up? In Part 9, we'll uncover the delay illusion, why manifestations seem to stall, and how to break through resistance without sabotaging your signal. Subscribe now. Because sometimes, what looks like a block is actually a test of frequency. Part 9. The Delay Illusion, why manifestations stall and how to break through. Why do your manifestations sometimes feel like they're stuck in limbo? Like you're doing everything right but nothing changes? The truth is, the universe isn't ignoring you. It's waiting for you to catch up. You've mastered belief, identity, emotion, asking, and receiving. But the biggest challenge remains. When manifestations stall, frustration sets in. In this part, we expose the hidden reasons behind delays and how to shift your frequency to break the illusion. Section 1, The Delay Illusion Explained. Manifestation isn't magic. It's energy alignment meeting physical reality. Sometimes, the universe delays your manifestation to help you grow into your new identity. Clear hidden blocks or fears. Align timing with bigger, unseen factors. The delay isn't denial. It's a signal that your frequency needs tuning. Section 2. Resistance creates delay. When you feel stuck, look inward. Is there resistance? Doubt? Fear? Impatience? Resistance acts like static, disrupting your signal to the universe. Instead of fighting the delay, lean into it. Ask, what am I resisting? What belief am I holding that's blocking this? Section 3, Tools to Break Through Delay. Energy Reset. Meditate or breathe deeply. Visualize the block dissolving. Re-anchor in your new identity and emotional state. Gratitude for the delay. Shift perspective. Be grateful the universe is preparing you for something bigger. Thank the delay as a teacher. Small actions aligned with vision. Take inspired steps, even tiny ones. This shows the universe you're ready and engaged. But don't force or hustle out of desperation. Section 4, Trusting the Unseen Timeline. Remember, manifestation often works backwards. Your feeling and alignment create a ripple that eventually becomes reality. But the physical result may lag behind the energetic shift. Trust the process. Keep your vibration high. Stay open. Part 10, The Power of Daily Practice, Cementing Your New Reality. Want to manifest faster and with unstoppable momentum? It's not about one big breakthrough. It's about what you do every single day. Manifestation isn't magic, it's a muscle. And like any muscle, it grows stronger with consistent use. In this part, we'll uncover how daily practices create lasting change, rewiring your subconscious, sharpening your focus, and raising your frequency to new heights. Bridge to Part 10. So, if delay is just a signpost, what's the fastest way to speed up your results? In Part 10, we reveal the ultimate accelerator. The power of consistent daily practice that rewires your subconscious and cements new realities. Subscribe now, because the universe rewards persistence and presence. Section 1, The Compound Effect of Small Wins. Tiny actions, repeated daily, create massive results. A single positive thought isn't enough. But 10, 20, 100 repeated thoughts and feelings create new neural pathways. Over time, your brain literally rewires to match your desired reality. Consistency beats intensity every time. Section 2, Daily Rituals that Shift Your Frequency. Here are key practices proven to elevate your manifestation power. Morning visualization, start your day seeing and feeling your goals as real. Gratitude journaling, anchor abundance by listing what you appreciate. Affirmations with emotion, speak your new beliefs with feeling, not just words. Mindful breathing, reset stress and stay present. Evening reflection, review progress and release resistance before sleep. Section 3, How to Make It Stick. Set a specific time and place, create a sacred moment daily. Keep your practice simple but meaningful, quality over quantity. Track your feelings and shifts to stay motivated. Use reminders to build the habit. Be gentle with yourself, progress is nonlinear. Section 4, The Momentum Effect. The more you practice, the more your frequency stabilizes. You stop being a reactive energy field and become a magnet. Your subconscious starts seeking evidence to support your new beliefs. Your reality bends naturally and effortlessly. Remember, manifestation is a journey, not a sprint. Daily practice keeps you on the path, no matter the obstacles. Bridge to Part 11. So, now that you have the power of daily practice, what about the people and environment around you? In Part 11, we reveal how your social and physical environment influences your manifestation, and how to create a supportive ecosystem that turbocharges your results. Subscribe now, because your reality reflects the energy you surround yourself with. Part 11: Environment and Social Influence, the Hidden Forces Shaping Your Manifestation. Hook. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But it's not just people, your environment whispers your reality every moment. Want to manifest faster? You need to curate your ecosystem. Even the strongest beliefs and practices can struggle if your surroundings pull you back. In this part, we'll uncover how your social circle, physical space, and media intake influence your frequency, and what you can do to create a manifesting-friendly environment. Section 1: The Power of Social Energy. Humans are wired to mirror and absorb the energy of those around them. If your closest people are negative, doubtful, or stuck in scarcity, you will unconsciously adopt those patterns. Example: someone trying to manifest abundance surrounded by constant complaints about money will face inner conflict. The subconscious picks up mixed signals, slowing manifestation. Section 2: Curating Your Social Circle. Identify who lifts your energy, people who believe in possibility and growth. Limit time with energy-draining or skeptical people. Seek out mentors, coaches, or communities aligned with your goals. Practice healthy boundaries to protect your vibration. Section 3: The Physical Environment's Role. Your space sends signals to your subconscious. Clutter, chaos, or negativity in your environment reflect inner blocks. Create spaces that inspire calm, creativity, and abundance. Declutter regularly. Add objects or images representing your goals. Use scents, colors, and lighting to shift mood and focus. Section 4: Media and Information Diet. What you consume mentally affects your frequency. Endless negative news, toxic social media, or fear-based content drains your energy. Choose uplifting, educational, and empowering media. Limit exposure to energy vampires disguised as entertainment. Engage with manifesting teachings, success stories, and motivational content.